Autumn has come to upstate New York, and we find ourselves at New Era Field in Orchard Park. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the Miami Dolphins. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. On first down, Allen. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
52, Mike 52. Time to go, night. On 52. Here we go.
Allen now looks to throw. The open man is Smith. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Brandon, we've both been around the game long enough that we know that in pregame, defenses are pretty amped up, aren't they? I mean, they're pounding lockers, and they can't wait to get out there. But when you hit them with some big pass play,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Give the sack to Jerome Baker.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. To try again after the sack. Allen, open man, here's Foster. As far as undrafted players go, Philip Lindsay took most of the headlines a season ago. But remember, Robert Foster was undrafted out of Alabama as well, signed with the Bills in May of 2018 and had a pretty good year. 27 catches, 541 yards.
Bravo!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
Here we go. 60 or. All day, every day, any day.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. They go play action with Marino. He completes it to Hunt.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 3rd down, Marino. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Got a man, it's Brown. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. On 2nd down, it's Hunt. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. Room here to run. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Hey, wahoo! Mike, 49. Here we go. 49.
Now they'll throw it with Marino. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Jensen good. He's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that that could be a really, really frequent combination.
49, guys. Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down is Marino. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Go! 60 Pittsburgh.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they've better make sure they load him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Aqib Talib, the corner, with a sack. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
On 52. Tighten up. Back. Say.
Allen. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. So Green able to avoid the defender, make the tough catch, and that obviously reminds me of the article you and I were reading before the game. In elementary school, he was on the juggling team. He could juggle not 3 but 4 things at once, and that's where he got that good hand-eye coordination.
So when we talk about circus catches that he's made, we're actually pretty accurate, aren't we?
Absolutely. Were you on your elementary school juggling team?
No, they cut me in the first round.
I figured. They wouldn't even let me audition. And to give this time to the tailback. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive, that culminating touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Dolphins on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. From the shotgun, Murillo gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A Miami first down on the 14-yard pickup.
First down, Miami.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now Hunt. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. To throw is Marino. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
First down, Marino. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Second and 10 now. Marino. This will be caught by Brown. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. This quarterback now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Here we go again with Marino. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Parker, the intended target. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, it's Allen. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
Where's 52? 52. 52's the mic. You run.
Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying some.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the Dolphins' 24-yard line.
And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. From the right hash, it's a 41-yard attempt. Hauschka's kick is good. So how about the turn of events there at the end of the half?
This is one where you go charging into your locker room having collected 3 points you didn't expect to get, and you look across the field and you see guys kind of pointing fingers at each other like, dude, how'd you turn it over and make us give up 3 right there?
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we've reached halftime here in Orchard Park with the Bills taking the lead into the break. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a one-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays. It could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one? This is pretty big.
I put a star. They'll start the third quarter on the ground with Hunt. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Marino to throw on 3rd, and he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game.
It's a foot race past the 20. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go! At their own 25-yard line.
Ready. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Marino. Man open left side is Brown. 20, 10, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Antonio Brown. His 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. The point after is good, and that will get them one closer. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Dances by him. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Bills take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 21-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
56.
Allen gonna throw. And that's complete. It's Green here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. He'll let it go deep for Foster. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play here for the Bills. 42 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
To throw, it's Allen. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll make it 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
They'll run. It's the fullback, DeMarco. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the 5-yard line.
52. 52's the mic. Watch the slit. Regular. Hey, orbit. Check Mike. Hey, Mike 52. Record. Go.
Stepping, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Josh Allen with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, it's Marino. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now Marino operating with third and long. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Brown. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
A gain of 15.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
At the 34-yard line.
Hey, Haywood!
Play fake. Here's Marino. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Intercepted.
Round 80!
The Bills take over first and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Finding Green complete. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A.J. Green, his second touchdown on the season. And the Bills turn that interception into a touchdown. Here's Hauschka for the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead. Back now in Buffalo, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll run with Hunt on second down, and he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right, they did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned...
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, and they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
The Bills take over first and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, deep, man up. Hey, check 24, watch 24.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Jerome Baker able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Throwing now is Allen. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. That one was intended for John Brown. And it's third down. Despite the lead here in the fourth, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all. And to me, it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead? Or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now.
As much as I praise teams for being true to who they are, in this situation, I wonder if maybe they outguessed themselves a little bit. 3rd down, seemed like an obvious passing situation. They chose to run it and didn't get anywhere close to the 1st down.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. To throw again on 2nd down. Marino. That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
Marino will look to throw on 1st. He's got the rookie, Preston Williams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. To throw again is Marino. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be 2nd and 10.
And what they want to do is go ahead and take those downs away from them. You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Marino. He's got it to Williams. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. And he's got a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bills' 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Marino looks to toss it again, and he completes it to Hunt. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be a 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him. The sack there by Trent Murphy.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now it's Marino, and the throw there going to be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll try and throw forward Marino. He's going deep for Brown. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Antonio Brown with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. So the touchdown was big. This almost equally big as he'll try to get it to a one-score game with a 2-point conversion.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49. I don't think you got it, son. 49. Got it.
From the shotgun, Marino. The quick slant caught. But he will not get into the end zone. And that one hurts as it will remain a 2-score game here in the 4th. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Bills are going to recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Switch. Watch the shift. Watch the safety. 56.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Patrick DeMarco now from the fullback spot. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Well, big man with ball met bigger man on the other side of the line. A really nice play for the defense.
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Mike, 50. 55. Ricky.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. The Bills on their way to victory now as they take the knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.